Good morning, my lords and the distinguished guests. I have, we have gathered here to celebrate 79th Independence Day. I have immense pleasure in extending warm and hearty welcome to His Lordship, Honorable Sri Justice Aparesh Kumar Singh Garu, Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Judges of the High Court, respected madams and family members of their Lordships. I also welcome the former Honorable Judges of the High Court. I welcome the Chairman, Bar Council for the State of Telangana, Advocate General and the Additional Advocates General of Telangana State, President and other office bearers of the High Court Bar Association, Additional Solicitor General of India, members of State Bar Council and Member Bar Council of India, learned senior advocates, public prosecutor, additional public prosecutors, government pleaders, standing counsel and other advocates, Registrar General and other registrars, Secretary, Law, Government of Telangana, Member Secretary, Telangana State Legal Services Authority, Director, Telangana State Judicial Academy, Secretary, High Court Legal Services Committee, Judicial Officers, officers and staff members of the High Court, media and press. Now, to commence the program, it starts with Vande Mataram, and I request all the dignitaries to rise for the same. Now, I request my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, Sri Aparesh Kumar Singh Garu, to hoist the national flag. Thank you, Milord. I request Sri A. Jagan Garu, President Bar Association, to deliver his address on the occasion.
My Lords, Honorable Chief Justice for the State of Telangana, Justice Aparesh Kumar Singh Ji, my Lords, Honorable Judges of the High Court, Learned Advocate General for the State of Telangana, and Additional Advocate Generals, Chairman of the Bar Council of Telangana, Additional Solicitor General of India, Law Secretary of the Telangana State, Public Prosecutors and Additional Public Prosecutors and Government Pleaders, Assistant Government Pleaders and Law Officers, my esteemed colleagues of the Executive Committee, learned senior members of the Bar, my dear friends, a very happy 79th Independence Day to each and every one of you. As today we gathered here to present this temple of justice, we celebrate the legacy of generations that dared to dream a free India. We bow to solemn respect to memory of the Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, legion and freedom fighters, Bhagat Singh, Mangal Pandey, Jhansi Bai, and countless others who sacrificed their all so that we have breathed an air of free India. Their struggle was not merely for a political transfer of power, it was a struggle for dignity, for justice, and for sovereign future. As a lawyer, we hold a special reference to our Constitution of India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji. He did not just give us a rule book. He gave us a national consensus in the form of Constitution. It is a revolutionary document that promises to wipe every tear from every individual, guaranteed justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. As the officer of the court, we are foot soldier tasked with the upholding these sacred promises every single day. My dear friends, today I feel so proud. We the citizen of this great democratic country. But this pride comes with the responsibility to introspect. We must ask 78 years on and adopting the Constitution of 50 years and on. The promise of our Constitution be truly fulfilled. We have the fruits of the independence reach the last person in the line. Mahatma Gandhi envisaged an India where the poorest shall feel that it is their country in whose making they have an effective voice. Yet we seen that our brothers, sisters, and from the backward classes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, minorities, this effective voice remain fight. Struggle for true freedom, freedom for scientific disadvantages, and freedom to participate equal in the national progress is still ongoing. This nation aspiration for social justice is the very soul of our republic. It is the hope that historic injustice will be redressed and that people from the weaker section will be represented appropriately in the structure of the power, that is legislature and executive, particularly in our judiciary. But as that is hope realized, when we ask the composition of the higher judiciary across the country, the number tells sobering story. Recent data reveals significant diversity deficiencies, where total number of judges has been appointed from 2018 to 15, 743. Among them, backward classes advocates only 93, SC advocates, scheduled caste advocates 23, and ST advocates 17, and minority advocates only 30. It reveals there is a only percentage scheduled caste 2.8, scheduled tribe 1.3, and other backward classes 11%, and minorities 5%. Apart from this, From Telangana High Court, no tribe advocate has been elevated to the bench. Therefore, I request the concerned or the concerns to take appropriate action to fulfilling the same. The, this is not about the question, the merit of any individual. It is about the question, fairness of the system that fails to reflect the rich social diversity of our nation. A just judiciary that is not a representative risk became an echo chamber, disconnected from the lively relatives of the vast majority of the populace. The Honorable Supreme Court itself has noted that primary of the judiciary in the appointing must ask the check against the arbitrariness. This must be include the check against the unconscious basis that leads to the perpetuation of the privilege. This system is going on and depriving the peoples from the marginal sector. It's not included in the appointment of judges. It is a very great threat to the democracy, and as well as it leads to anarchy. The aspirant of the young advocates from the marginal background to one day sit on the bench. It is not just a personal dream. It is a litigious test for our democracy. Therefore, on this Independence Day, I call upon my fellow members of the bar of the state of Telangana across the India to see that the constitutions, the reasons and the obligation of the constitution has to fulfill. Apart from this, my Lord Chief Justice, there was a resolution and a proceeding has been passed on 26/1/2024 to install the Baba Sahib Ambedkar statue in the High Court premises. The same was not passed. The same was not obliged, and I request from this dais to the same has to be fulfilled within 1-2 months. Let us lead this change. Let us monitor the encourage young lawyers from the background. Let us demand more transparency and inclusive process of the judicial appointments. Let us look to build a Samajika Bharat, the social just India, where our high courts and Supreme Court truly represent the people of all the sector of the people. Let us rededicate ourselves to the ideals of the Baba Sahib Ambedkar and our freedom fighters. Let us build a India where justice is not just a word in the preamble, but a living reality for every single. Jai Bhim, Jai Telangana, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. I request Sri A. Narasimhareddy Garu, Chairman, Bar Council, to speak on the occasion.
Honorable Chief Justice Sri Apresh Kumar Singh and Honorable Judges of High Court of Telangana and former Judges of this Honorable Court, respected Advocate General, Additional Advocate Generals and Additional Solicitor General of India, President of Bar Association of the High Court, State Public Prosecutor, respected judicial officers, Vice Chairman Bar Council Sunil Gaur, and Member Bar Council of India Sri P. Vishnuvardhan Reddy Garu, and my esteemed colleague members of the Bar Council of State of Telangana, respected senior advocates, my dear advocate brothers and sisters. One way I am personally happy. Today we are seeing all colors and shades and including all eminent judges of former High Court of this Honorable Court. It is a really wonderful occasion. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today to celebrate 79th Independence Day of our great nation. On behalf of the Bar Council of Telangana and on my own behalf, I extend heartfelt greetings to all of you who gathered here on this historic occasion. As we know, lives played a pivotal role in all national movements for independence. They not only organized and developed the strategies, toned the ideology of Indian independence. Lives like Sri Rajagopalachari, Sri Lala Lajpat Rai, Madan Mohan Malviya, Sri Saifuddin, Sri Asaf Ali, Sri B. Rajendra Prasad, first President of our country, Sri Balagangadhar Tilak, who developed and spread the Swaraj and Swadesh movement. Sri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who organized various movements, prominent like Bardoli Satyagraha for the independence by mobilizing people of different communities, different people to fight against the British rule. Mahatma Gandhi, Sri Veer Savarkar, Jawaharlal Nehru and Sri Motilal Nehru gave strong leadership, made strategies and gave directions to the independence movement. Sri Bhimrao Ambedkar, being a freedom fighter, as a chairman of the drafting committee for the constitution, have played a major role in drafting our constitution. Though the India had no dearth of religious and community festivals, there was still independence, no true national festival that the whole country could celebrate. Independence Day, beginning as a day to commemorate the greatest moment in Indian history, has now come to signify a feeling of nationalism, solidarity and celebration. As we know that recent Pahalgam incident, the brutal uncivilized attack on the innocent civilians of our country people from the terrorist group, the European Union and its 27 member states condemned the said incident. Even China condemned the Pahalgam terrorist attack and has called on the regional countries to cooperate to counter the terrorism. The whole world leaders of various countries condemned the terror attack and expressed their solidarity with our country. But what followed the tragedy was an extraordinary display of national unity. The entire country rose in a grief and anger, united in mourning and resolve. People from every corner of India, irrespective of religion or region, stood together in support of our armed forces and the families of civilians who lost their lives. And there were no divisions, only singular patriotic pulse that beats across the land. This display of unity, strength and a strategic resolve is what truly defines the spirit of modern India. The independence of judiciary is often spoken. The independence of the bar is less often emphasized, but it is equally vital. A fearless bar is the first line of defense against the erosion of constitutional freedoms. As we know that India today faces many challenges of our founders could not have imagined, problems like cybercrime, driven in misinformation, transnational terrorism, and climate change litigation, and corporate malpractices on global scale. In spite of the same, we have achieved considerable progress in science and technology, as a result of which India presently occupies a prominent position in the area of information technology. During the era of globalization, India has acquired the status of an emerging economic power in the world. On this Independence Day, let us, as a legal fraternity, let us pledge on that will speak truth to the power, regardless of the consequences. That we will keep the Constitution as our guiding light, not just in our legal arguments, but in our professional conduct also. That we will measure our success not merely the number of cases won, but in the justice we delivered. As we celebrate this Independence Day, we continue to honor those who guard our borders, who maintain our laws, who work each day for a stronger India. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Sri S. Sudarshan Reddy Garu, Learned Advocate General, High Court for the State of Telangana, to deliver his address on this occasion.
A happy 79th Independence Day to all the dignitaries. My Lord Honorable Chief Justice Aparesh Kumar Singh, my Lords Honorable Judges of the Telangana High Court, Honorable Lokayukta, Honorable Judges retired, family members of the Honorable Judges, Chairman of the Bar Council, the President Telangana High Court Advocates Association, the Additional Solicitor General of India, the Additional Advocates General, the Public Prosecutor, Registrars, Director Judicial Academy, Secretary State Legal Services Authority, Secretary Law and Legislative Affairs, Judicial Officers, Senior Advocates, Members of the Bar Council, Additional Public Prosecutors, Government Pleaders, Assistant Government Pleaders, respected members of the Bar, friends of print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as we gather under the soaring tricolor, we commemorate not merely a date on the calendar, but the culmination of an extraordinary struggle, a journey of sacrifice, determination, and unyielding belief in the dream of free India. 78 years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and every year on this day we redeem our pledge. Some names are etched permanently in our history. Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, Sarojini Naidu, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Sir Aurobindo, whose birthday also falls on this day, and other many luminaries. But for every leader we remember, there are thousands of unsung heroes, farmers, laborers, students, women and men from all walks of life who endured prison, torture, exile, and even death so that we could breathe as free citizens. With independence came the monumental task of building a nation of multilingual languages, diverse cultures from the ground up. The government under the leadership of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel as the Home Minister in the year 1948 made possible the accession of the Hyderabad state in the Indian Union. Apart from the police action, the Telangana Sayuda Poratam or the armed struggle culminated in the formation of the Hyderabad state. The Hyderabad state went through a metamorphosis. First Hyderabad state, then was part of the state of Andhra Pradesh. Then in a way for the Telangana people, the struggle movement continued. The state of Telangana was formed from a movement which dates back to 1969. The movement for a separate Telangana is one of the oldest in free India. However, the state was carved out by the Union of India during the Prime Ministership of Sri Manmohan Singh, with the Parliament making the law for the separate state. It is now the duty of the very fortunate, the well-read, and this profession in particular to strive to fulfill the aspirations of this new state. As the Honorable the Chief Justice Sri Aparesh Kumar Singh Ji said, that we, that is the Honorable Judges, the learned advocates and the entire staff, from the first to the last employee, have equal stake in this institution. There was a time in our legal history when women were systematically denied the right to enroll and practice as advocates, though they held a law degree. That was the state of affairs in India over a century ago, when women, though permitted to pursue legal education, were barred from enrolling as lawyers. The Legal Practitioners Act of 1879 excluded women into the legal profession. 3 women law graduates have taken up the cause of the rights of the women to practice law. Regina Guha moved the Calcutta High Court. Sudhanshu Bala Hazra moved the Patna High Court. Though the first and second were unsuccessful to get into the practice of law, they were successful in making the then government pass the Legal Practitioners Women's Act in 1923. The Legal Practitioner Women Act 1923 abolished the disqualification and expressly declared that no woman shall be barred from being admitted or enrolled as a legal practitioner. Cornelia Sorabji was the first Vakil who was enrolled in Allahabad High Court. She was also the first women graduate from University of Bombay and the first Indian women to study law at Oxford. We seem to have directly benefited from the struggle of these valiant lady advocates. One striking feature of our High Court, which was even felt by the Honorable Chief Justice of India and other senior judges of the Honorable Supreme Court who were here last month, was that 1/3 of our Honorable Judges are women. Today, women are entering the legal profession in unprecedented numbers, transforming it with their advocacy, leadership, and diverse perspectives. The Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice Bhushan Ramakrishna Gawai, on 12th July 2025, speaking at the Osmania University campus on the subject 75 years of the Constitution and the contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, said that the subject is very dear to his heart. The Honorable Chief Justice of India, though was suffering from high fever, was gracious enough to address the students and the faculty of the Osmania University on the award subject. The Honorable Chief Justice of India said that the contribution of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar on the Constitution is invaluable. The Osmania University was lucky to be the first university in India to award honoris causa, the doctorate in literature, to Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Nani Palkiwala, in his book, We the Nation, referred to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and I extract, "It is a fortuitous accident, but a coincidence of deep symbolic significance that the Supreme Court has been called upon to decide, in the centenary year of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's birth, the validity of the Mandal Commission's report in the context of the sanctity of the Constitution. Much water has flown in the Yamuna from 1982 after Indira Sawhney versus Union of India, now to the state of Punjab versus Davinder Singh. The Honorable Supreme Court of India in state of Punjab versus Davinder Singh continued with the idea of justice to the most weakest in the society, held that categorization of the scheduled caste can be taken up by the respective state governments. The state of Telangana has the credit of being the first state in the country to make the law in tune with the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court and categorize the scheduled caste in order to ensure that the affirmative action of the state percolates to the most weakest and distributed in a manner that all the sections benefit from the welfare measures. The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, said, "If you want real peace in the world, start with the children." The Telangana State Legal Services Authority, Hyderabad, Women Safety Wing, Telangana Police, Women Development and Child Welfare Department, and UNICEF together conducted a 2-day meet of state-level stakeholders consultation meet 2025 in Hyderabad on 5th and 6th of July 2025 on the topic Voice for the Voiceless, Rights and Protection of Children of Sexual Abuse. Honorable C. Justice Suryakant, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Executive Chairman of the National Legal Services Authority, in his inaugural address on 5th July Quoting Maria Montessori, a very celebrated pedagogue, said, and I quote, "It is the child who makes the man, and no man exists who was not made by the child he once was." He further said that the well-being of our children is not merely a moral obligation, it is the foundation upon which all the society is built. The Honorable Chief Minister Sri Revanth Reddy, participating in the inaugural along with Justice Suryakant on 5th July, issued a strong warning against the misuse of social media to target and abuse children, declaring a policy of zero tolerance for such crimes. He emphasized that those misusing online platforms to harm children will be dealt with strictly and without mercy. Honorable Justice Sri Vikram Nath, Judge, Supreme Court of India and Chairman, Supreme Court Legal Services Authority, New Delhi, at the valedictory section on 6th July, in his keynote address said, and I quote, "At the outset, let me express my deep appreciation to the Women Safety Wing of the Telangana State Police, the Women Development and Child Welfare Departments, the Telangana State Legal Services Authority, and UNICEF for conceptualizing and organizing this significant gathering. As I stand before you today, at the culmination of this conference, I am filled with a sense of cautious optimism because of the commitment and collaboration that I see here among the various actors who form the child protection ecosystem. Cautious because the journey ahead is still long," unquote. All the authors on Mahatma Gandhi said that he had two dreams in his life. The first dream was freedom of India from British rule. The second dream was, to quote in his own words, "I shall work for India in which the poorest shall feel that it is their country, in whose making they have an effective voice. An India in which there shall be no rich class and no poor class of people. An India in which all communities shall live in perfect harmony. This is the India of my dreams." On the anniversary celebrations of Independence Day, we should rededicate ourselves to the unceasing task of fulfilling the Mahatma's second dream. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now be permitted to request Honorable the Chief Justice, Sri Aparesh Kumar Singh Garu, to give his Lordship's message on the occasion of Independence Day.
A very good morning to all. My esteemed sister and brother judges, former judges of Supreme Court of India, of this as well as this court and honorable this Common High Court, Sri B. Narasimha Sarma, Additional Solicitor General of India, Mr. A. Sudarshan Reddy, Learned Advocate General, Mr. A. Narasimha Reddy, Chairman Bar Council of Telangana, Mr. A. Jagan, President Telangana High Court Advocates Association, and other office bearers and learned members of the bar, learned senior advocates and younger members of the bar, learned registrars of the High Court, Director Judicial Academy, Member Secretary Telangana State Legal Services Authority, Secretary High Court Legal Aid Committee, learned judicial officers, officers and staff members of the High Court, friends from the print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. My colleagues and I extend to all of you our warm greetings and good wishes and welcome you to the 79th Independence Day. This is a day to convey our eternal gratitude and deep indebtedness to our freedom fighters. Our freedom fighters gained for us freedom with well-founded and solid institutions to constitute, preserve and strengthen India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The nation has become stronger because of the collective efforts of all in the every sphere, whether it is social, economic or scientific fields throughout this last 78 years. The High Court for the state of Telangana has produced eminent judges, erudite lawyers who are well known across the country for their caliber and ability. We are indeed proud to have the former judges of this court amongst us today on this auspicious occasion. The faith of the common man rests on our institution responsible for the administration of justice. My colleague judges and members of district judiciary and all the staff members and officers have been tirelessly contributing towards rendering quality justice and also towards reducing the pendency of cases despite several constraints. During the last 1 year, the institution of cases were 74,768 and odd, and disposal of cases was 72,414. The collective effort of the bench and the bar can only ensure qualitative and speedy disposal of cases. We look forward to the continuous support and cooperation of the bar in discharging our sacred duty. With a sense of satisfaction and pride, I would like to mention few of our significant initiatives towards strengthening the ecosystem of the judiciary of the state, both in terms of physical infrastructure, human resources, and technology. Following the Nyaya Nirman document, the requisite facilities and amenities are being provided to the stakeholders of judiciary in terms of the directions of the Supreme Court of India. Recently, facilities have been added for persons with disabilities and transgenders also. 100% CCTV facilities are being provided in all the district courts. The state government has granted administrative sanction for Rs 1,053 crores for constructing new district court complexes in the prioritized districts. Proposals are pending for administrative sanction of Rs 891 crores with the state government for the remaining new districts. Under centrally sponsored scheme, an amount of Rs 16.58 crores has been granted for the financial year 2025-26 for construction of court buildings and residential quarters. Advancements in the information and communication technology has significantly transformed the way we live, work, and interact. We have established 99 e-Seva Kendras across the state. Translation to Telugu of judgments of Supreme Court and our High Court of more than 3,500 and 2,000 cases have been done. E-payment module has been launched on 2nd January 2025. Digitization of administrative and judicial records have been taken up in the year 2017, and steps are being taken up to expedite the digitization process of all the remaining records. 4 national Lok Adalats were held during September 24 to June 25, totaling 55,20,379 cases being settled and 26,36,278 pre-litigation cases were settled. 2,495 regular Lok Adalats were held, 30,211 pre-litigation cases and 29,099 pending cases have been settled, with a total compensation of Rs 207.98 crores awarded to the beneficiaries. 4,970 legal literacy camps were conducted throughout the state under the aegis of the Legal Service Authority. Legal aid has benefited 16,274 persons with an amount of 5 crores 89 lakhs 67,000 and odd as compensation to victims and dependents of POSCO Act, acid attack, loss of life, and other victims of crime. We were blessed with the presence of Honorable Sri Soodkanji in the last month towards our endeavor to strengthen the legal aid services within the state. 40 community mediation centers in 9 districts were set up and 672 cases were settled through mediation. Honorable Sri Soodkanji inaugurated the Nibhurti De-Addiction Center at Central Prison, Chanchalguda, Hyderabad, where legal aid clinics were set up in jail. His Lordship was kind enough to grace the 2-day state-level stakeholders consultation meet 2025 on Voice for the Voiceless, Rights and Protection of Children from Sexual Abuse held on 5th July 2025. A legal services clinic for the benefit of ex-servicemen and their family has also been inaugurated on 26 July by His Lordship through virtual mode. In terms of strengthening the human resources, notification for 150 posts of civil judge was issued last year and 45 plus 4 candidates have been selected. 1,461 posts under ministerial staff are being filled up for the district courts by direct recruitment. 212 posts under various categories are being filled up for the High Court registry. Today, as we stand on the occasion of Independence Day, I have a deep sense of pride for being able to address this august gathering representing the entire state judiciary comprising my brother and sister judges, the members of the district judiciary, the High Court registry and staff, the district judiciary and staff, and also the learned members of the bar. We aim to provide inclusive growth to our judicial institution in the state. Our endeavor should be to ensure that physical infrastructure, human resources and technology make more advancement in the coming year. We intend to start the construction of the new High Court campus and the district court complexes which are lacking with physical infrastructure. We also intend to fill up the vacancies existing at all levels. We also look forward to the cooperation of all the stakeholders in this process, as justice means everything for each one and all. We intend to ensure that the faith of the common litigant in the judicial institution remains intact and strengthens in that process. Our aim is to provide justice to the last man in the queue, as was the dream of Mahatma Gandhi. Under the leadership and visionary guidance of Honorable Justice B.R. Gavaiji, Honorable Chief Justice of India, our state judiciary is committed to make rapid strides in making the justice delivery system more efficient, effective in the days to come, and ensure qualitative justice to the people of the state. We pay our gratitude to the contributions and sacrifices made by our freedom fighters so that we can live and prosper in a free country. Ladies and gentlemen, on this auspicious occasion, let us renew our pledge towards the values and principles enshrined in the Constitution of India. Let us commit ourselves once again to serve the people of the state and make this institution of judiciary and the nation strong. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, my lord. The High Court Employees Sports and Cultural Association has been presenting Pratiba Awards to the meritorious children of the High Court employees through the Honorable Chief Justice. The award comprises of a silver medal and a certificate. The medals proposed by the Cultural Association are sponsored by one Mr. Virpaksha Reddy, a retired employee of the High Court. This year also, it has come forward to present Pratibha Awards to the children of two categories of employees, that is Group 4 employees and other than Group 4 employees, and 2 awards for 10th class and 2 awards for intermediate. The Honorable Chief Justice has been pleased to accept the request of the association for presentation of Pratibha Awards. I request Honorable the Chief Justice to present the Pratibha Awards and also request the President of the Service Association to hand over the awards to the Honorable the Chief Justice for being presented when the names are announced. In respect of Group 4 employees, in 10th class, only one application has been received and the award goes to Master Rakesh Mandal, son of Sri Ranjit Mandal, office subordinate. He secured 84.33% of marks. In intermediate, two persons got equal marks. That is why two first prizes are being given. One Master Amanchi Sai Charan, son of Amanchi Rajkumar, office subordinate, who secured 96.5% of marks in intermediate. Next award goes to Master Sama Revant, son of Sama Raju, driver, who secured 96.5% of marks. The second award goes to Master Kasula Varshit, son of Sri Kasula Ramesh, office subordinate, who secured 95.3% of marks. In the category of other than class 4 employees, in 10th class, the first award goes to Master Maturi Dheeraj Chakravarti, son of Sri MVN Anil Chakravarti Shastri, section officer, who secured 98% of marks. The second award goes to Master A. Shiva Prasad, son of A. Balaya, Deputy Section Officer, who secured 96.66%. In intermediate, the first award goes to Kumari Sayyada Nasra Fatima, daughter of Srimati Naushin Fatima, Deputy Section Officer, who secured 98.6% of marks. The second award goes to Kumari C. Aparna, daughter of Sri Santosh Kumar, Deputy Section Officer, who secured 98.2% of marks. Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable the Chief Justice to permit for a photograph to be taken along with the candidates and their parents. Thank you, my lord. Now, to conclude the program, there is a national anthem, and I request all the dignitaries to rise for the same. With the permission of the Honorable the Chief Justice, I declare that the program is concluded. I request all the Honorable judges to participate in the high tea on their lordship's right side and all the advocates on their left side. And I request the judicial officers to participate in the high tea in the corridor beside 15th court and all the staff beside 13th court.